Hello, and welcome to Mary Ellen Katz Plays Morph Girl. I am going into this Let's Play entirely blind. All I know for sure is that this is an FMV style adventure game of some sort, inspired in some part by the 90s movies Ringu and The Ring. I don't really know what to expect, so let's play. Morph Girl does not autosave. That is good to know. Cool. When visible, use the cogwheel icon to save, load, and quit the game. Oh, we're kicking off the tension right away, says Morph Girl, by the way. Monday. My name is Elana Pierce. Hello, Elana. On Friday, there will have been a year since the death of my wife, Rebecca. Oh yeah, that's part of why I picked it up. I heard the main character is, a gay woman, so I can relate. Since then, my life has been one of tedium and a monotonous routine. You... Poor girl. Actually, I can't really imagine losing my partner. I think that would throw me into a ring-like situation, too. I work an underpaid office job at a failing insurance company. I don't have any friends, and I rarely leave the house. And in just a few days, everything's gonna change. That's ominous. Oh, that's not obnoxious. Turn that off. The ringer's too powerful. Cover your eyes, kids. It's rated MA. Rebecca was a writer. Her reluctance to find real work put a strain on both our finances and our relationships. Oh shit, I'm Rebecca. I'm a Let's Player. During an argument over our accumulating debt, Rebecca suffered a seizure. She was quickly diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. She died 9 months later. Brutal. Ugh. Is that instant coffee? Ugh. No respect. Every day I watch her favorite movies, read her journals, and her short stories. What started out as a means to move on quickly became a routine that I couldn't escape. There was little to my life outside what I have left of Rebecca. She had a Super Nintendo, and it was dope as fuck. Like your jacket, girl. Stay warm. I very quickly began to underperform at work. My boss was very understanding, but as the company started to lose money, coworkers began to resent me for the work I could not do. I was quickly relegated to my own office. She was in the closet, the janitor's closet. Coworkers made hateful comments and dropped hints about my supposed job security whenever I talked to them. I try not to talk to anybody. Oh, your wedding ring. Girl, you've got nice nails. There is no way you're a gay woman. I take it back. Shouldn't make those jokes. I've got long nails too. Aw. Wonder if that's someone's actual photo album or if they went out and took photos for this game. People tell me that I need to move on and get over Rebecca's death. I don't want to. Can't. So I won't. It's been 5 months since Rebecca was diagnosed. Breathing is becoming difficult for her. Movement is an almost Herculean task now. While her doctors say that we have options, Rebecca is beginning to refuse further treatment. She wants to travel. Oh, okay. She wants to travel. Well, let's go to... Where do you want to go, girl? You want to go to Japan? She wants to travel the world before she dies. See all that can be seen while she can. She's giving up. I don't want her to. And I don't blame her. If I was in Jennifer's place? I think so, yeah. If I was in Jennifer's place, I'd be like, girl, you fight. You fight! Don't give up. You don't go quietly into the night. He's tired. Too tired for optimism. Too tired for treatment. He's tired of living. Nah, girl, don't go. We argue constantly over continuation of her treatment. She only has months left if she doesn't. She's getting visibly weaker with every passing day. She can barely walk, let alone travel the world. It would kill her. Yeah, you literally can't do that thing you want to do, so seek treatment. Rebecca knows all this. She doesn't want to be miserable anymore. She wants the both of us to spend the rest of her life in some kind of exotic country, to elope from her treatment with the money we do not have. With time, she doesn't have. This is where I lean. Now is the time for honesty and sincerement, so beg. Beg if you have to. Do what you need to do. I beg Rebecca to stop talking as though she's going to die. What starts as a heartfelt plea rapidly turns into me screaming and shouting at her. I tell her that we can't afford to travel, that she can hardly walk. That she's stupid for thinking that we could do anything other than try to get her better. Rebecca quietly agrees to further treatment. Doesn't work. Oh, she went for it. And no dice. Rebecca only continues to worsen, and we're soon out of options. Rebecca can no longer walk or breathe by herself. She often cries, frequently wishing that we could have been on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean. I feel guilty. Oh, that would tear me up inside. Still wasn't the wrong choice. Just a few days until the anniversary of Rebecca's death. She was ballas in stars. She will be missed. I'm not ready for it. Tuesday. It's like some kind of archway. Every day goes by as the same as the last. I don't know if it's guilt, loyalty, or just fear that compels me to stay put. She is living a monotonous life. It's this whole routine over again. How can I have happiness when I denied her the same? Well, if you lied to her, you'd be like, oh, sure, we're happy, but that was a death sentence by itself. Rebecca wants me to read some of her book on account that I've never have before. Girl. It's true. My partner seldom watches my Let's Plays. I can get it. I get it. I've always condemned her choice to focus on writing as opposed to pursuing legitimate employment. She's an artist. Jeez. Gripes. Her writing has always been a source of major contention between us. She wants to know what I think of it. Before that's no longer possible. I don't know what to say. She's desperate for me to read it, despite prior altercations. This makes me feel angry and a little bit guilty. Despite everything, she still insists that her writing career is important to her. The very pursuit that has jeopardized our home, financial security, and our marriage for years. Jennifer, you're becoming hard to relate to. Like, be supportive. Yeah, it wasn't working out, but what could you have done to have helped get it to work out? I'm sure she was doing her hardest. I don't want to encourage her, but it's her passion. You will. Don't just tell her, do it. I tell Rebecca that I will read it. It's a collection of short horror stories. I finished them all in just a few days. They're good. Really good. Rebecca's university grades were relatively poor, but she was always highly regarded for her fiction writing. She's really talented. I feel guilty. See, this is what you should have done years ago. Not this, like, it's just strain, get a real job. She could have been great. And all she needed was your support. You should feel guilty. Only now that she's dying have I even bothered to read any of her work. All these years I've kept Rebecca from her writing aspirations, and now she really may never reach them. When she asks if I'd read it, I'm too embarrassed and ashamed to admit any of this to her. I tell her I've been too busy. She never asks again. You make the worst life choices, I swear. I often think that I would do anything to get Rebecca back. Would I? Wednesday. Yeah, I think I would do anything, short of, like, zombie reincarnation. I refuse to get on with my life, and yet I still expect it to change. Props to her always taking a bubble bath, though. It's almost as though I were waiting for something. You could bring her back. You could make her immortal. Oh. That's not a normal. Could make her immortal. You could just get her books published. It's been 2 months since the diagnosis. Rebecca's exhausted from chemotherapy, sick of both the side effects and its administration. She doesn't like her doctor or any of her nurses. She hates the hospital and is very outspoken about how much she doesn't want to be around real cancer patients. Rebecca doesn't want to feel unable. She's restless and very much in denial. Yeah, you've got cancer. Like, that's why you're here. It's Friday night. Rebecca wants to go out with her friends. I tell her that I don't think it's a good idea for her to be exerting herself so soon after therapy. I need this, she says. I'm scared that this will be too much for Rebecca, but I can't keep her from living her life. She needs this, and it's true. If she's not showing any improvement, then I'm gonna let her live her life. I tell Rebecca to have fun. I worry all night, but refrain from calling. At around midnight, Rebecca comes home early. I pretend to be asleep. She's wheezing. In the morning, I ask Rebecca about her night. She says that it was a little too much for her, but she's glad she went. Thank you. See, that's all you need. We're approaching the anniversary of that day. It was a Thursday, or a Friday. It was a Friday. I just was looking at Thursday. Oh God, your ringer. The vibration's too strong. I like you have a pocket. None of my shirts have pockets. Bet that's handy. What's going on here? Oh. It wants me to save. Fine. What is that? I think I see something by the bath plug. Is something leaking? It doesn't look like water. Should I go in? Critical choices. Yes. Look at it. Look at it! It's blood, isn't it? It's blood. It's food coloring meant to look like blood. It's very thick in consistency, almost as though it's oozing out of the plumbing, as opposed to dripping or leaking. It looks black. Or maybe red? I don't know. I don't know what it could be. But it seems to be coming out of the shower head. Oh. Fun. But... okay. Oh, girl, you got bled on. The iron runoff is killer. Yeah, it's time to call a plumber. You've got a major rusted pipe somewhere in the system. I don't know what was in the bath, but whatever it is, I need to forget about it. Pfft. I can't be thinking about this right now. Not this week. I have some time before I leave for work. I can collect myself in the living room. I can pretend that everything is all right. All right. Fantasyland time. It isn't.